Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Monday Motivational is happening right now. So I'm in Southern Indiana, and this past weekend we did what we either love or hate. We changed our time. If you catch this on replay or watching it live, let me know. Did you change time, and how do you feel about it? Uh, in the fall, we fall back. So supposedly we get an extra hour of sleep. But what happens is I still end up sleep deprived because I'm looking at the clock and I stay up to my normal time, which is actually an hour later, and the cycle continues. So it usually takes us a couple weeks to even figure out what time of day is it. So let me know in the comments if that's you. It just kind of drives me crazy. So let's jump into it. I want to let's see if I can share my slides. It's always fun doing this live here. So let's see if this works. Okay, hopefully you can see the little 3x3 method. If this is the first time you're joining me, I've got an earlier video. I'll put a link down below if you want to get a copy of this. This is just an easy way that you can plan your week, and I call it the 3x3 method because productivity experts say that we should only be focusing on two, maybe three major activities for each day. Now, yes, of course, we have, our administrative things, we have our client meetings, all of that kind of stuff. But what's the top two or three things? If you got those done and you were working for a boss and they said you could go home after you get these things done, you would be dancing for joy, right? So that's the purpose of this. So I just made it tiny here so you could see the big picture. I always like to start with planning what I call my life events. If there's any personal life things that's going on, something fun that I love to do here in this little area. We have what we call a chandelier barn market that's happening this week. So I'm super excited about that. I always look forward to it. A good rule of thumb, especially as people get older, have something fun to look forward to on their calendar. I take care of an aging aunt and uncle, and once they have something on their calendar that they can look at, it's just so satisfying. So, what's on your calendar that you're looking forward to this week? So let's put something there. Any business events that you're going to. I'm actually going to, the company is RTC. It's the local internet telecom communication. They're having an open house, but it's a great time to do some networking. So I'm going to go to that this week. Now, it's always nice. What is your main focus for the week? And you might be working on something, you might be promoting something, and if you are promoting something, I'm just saying product focus. So the product, I'm actually doing a GPT. Actually, it's called Custom GPT workshop. That's on Thursday. I'll tell you more details down below. So that's what I'm going to be talking about on my social media. That's what I'm going to be talking about in my emails. Doing all the marketing around that. So that's what I'm going to work on. And my main actual kind of work focus this week will be putting together this GPT workshop assets. Okay, so I'll have that all ready to go. Now, if you want to do something fun, what's the word for the week? What's the messaging theme? I think my theme for the week, I'm just going to say lead magnets are dead. That goes along with my custom GPT workshop. If you do attend it, or if you're on my list, you'll see why I'm saying this. So that's going to be my mantra. That's going to be the main theme that I'm going to talk about. What's my word for the week? Cinnamon. Am I spelling that right? It's fall time here. I love caramel apples. I love the smell of cinnamon, pumpkin pie, all that kind of stuff. So I guess I'm just in a fall mood. So I'm going to put that there. Let me stop just for a second. Let me come back here. You're thinking, why even spend time doing this? We're setting up our mind, our brain for not just slaving away at the keyboard, but what are we focusing on? What kinds of feelings do we want to bring into this week? And this week, let's bring some joy into it. We have something to look forward to. It's fall time. Let's enjoy the fall, and let's take a couple of minutes and just think about what are we grateful for. Some people do this every day. Some people journal. I would like to journal. I've just never been able to stick with it, but I think it's a great thing to do. But at least once a week, can we just talk about what we're grateful for? And this, again, this little planner is, you can go back to it throughout the week, but at least take 30 minutes every week and just kind of map out, what are you grateful for? So let me come back here. Checklist. So these are things either on for my coach, the program that I'm in, things that I need to work on, or there may be just little notes for my clients. Again, you use a sheet however you want to, but I am launching what I call my success tracker, and I've got some homework to do on that. So I'm just going to put that for right now. Here's a little spot that you can write more notes. So let's talk about what is my main focus for this week. And again, some things might carry over every day because, for instance, my workshop, I'm going to be doing some stuff today, but I'll also do some things tomorrow. And again, we're not talking about the administrative things. We're talking about things that's going to move the needle in your business. So I'm just going to do my chat BTT. I'm just going to call them assets. I know what that means. I don't have to spell out every single thing. That's the big thing here. My other focus is I have got to get working on a client's website, so I need to focus that. Now, let me say one more thing here. Just because you have 3 slots doesn't mean you have to fill all 3 slots. Again, depending on, I call these like my deep work activities. So the GPT assets, that's probably going to take me a couple hours. My client website, that's going to take me most of the day. So I'm not necessarily going to assign anything else for me. If I get those things done today, I'm going to say that I've had a very successful day. Once I get off here, I'll go back and I'll probably tentatively map out some of these other things. But that's just kind of a nutshell how I'm using this. Now, if you have started using it, I would love to know, is this useful? Is there anything in particular that you would add to this if you were creating it? I'm playing around with, instead of this being a spreadsheet, turning this into a little app. I'm going to show you my other app here in just a quick second, but just I feel like that there's so many tools out there that's just difficult for us. Let me come back here so that I can see you. You know what I mean? They're just complicated. So, what will move the needle? What will be the best? What can I say? Motivational piece to get you moving forward, so that you can actually get stuff done without spending all your time managing the tools that are supposed to manage your business. Does that make sense? All right. So, what else am I working on? Let me just, I'm going to open up my success tracker and just share this with you. I'm going to sign in here. I've shown this before, but again, this is on my radar. This is what I'm working on. So this is my little test account here, but this is an easy way to manage lists. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to create a one-time project. So what that means is, once I get the project done, it'll be done. And you know what? I think I'm still in the beta version here, so maybe I can't open this up right now. Anyway, so the success journal, what it allows you to do is easily create some lists and to track those lists so that you're on top of all of your to-dos. So I think this is going to work perfectly in conjunction with our little 3x3 planner here. So this is the big picture item, and then the success tracker will help you create lists and, for all of the little tiny tasks belonging to that big picture. So this week it's on my goal list to actually get it out of beta and push it out there. Done is better than perfection. That's the motto that I work on. So let's do that. And if you want to test this out, I would love to have you test it with me. What else do I want to talk about? Let me come back here and stop sharing. Okay. The other thing that I want to talk about, and I don't know if I can show it. Let's see if I can. One of my videos, I actually did a... Is it going to let me do this? Let's see if I can share this. Okay. I think you can see this. So this is ChatGPT's web browser. I've done a video on this. I need to evaluate some of the others. But as I had mentioned before, the reason that I'm loving ChatGPT Atlas is what it's called, because it has all of my history built right into it. Okay. And so then as I'm working, I don't have to then open up a separate tab to go to ChatGPT. Everything is in here. All right. So whenever I'm working, I can just open up a new tab and I can just, type whatever it is that I'm going to. Let's see. Whoops. If we click up here and, oh, you know what? Let's see if I can find, well, let's just go to the membership here. So go to any site that you want, but up at the top right, there's something called ChatGPT. And so it will open up a chat window inside of the web page here, which is very powerful. So with my Digital Business Academy, I want to redo this. It's one of the items on my list, so to speak. So I can just pop over here. I'm not going to do it right now, but over here to the right and just have a conversation saying, hey, analyze this website. Let me know what the persuasive language is, what works, what doesn't. This is a great tool to use, by the way, when you're scoping out the competition and trying to figure out what's working, what's not, and what's popular for other people out there. And then you can look at, okay, can I incorporate this inside of my product? Okay, so I am really loving ChatGPT, and right now, as you can see, I'm actually using two different browsers. Let me come back so I don't blind you here. I'm still using Chrome, but I'm using that also. And what I'm finding is I'm leaning more and more to that. So I would guess in a week or two, I'll probably just switch over completely to that because I think it's so powerful. So, Google, I forget what Google's is called, but again, because all my history, I've been using ChatGPT for quite a while now. All my history, all my training is there. So I'm probably going to stick there for a while till something else better comes along. What else am I working on? So my week, we've already kind of mapped that out. So I know what my focus is. I'm going to be working on my success tracker and push it out past beta so that people can start using it. If you're interested in getting first dibs at it, I'd love to have you test it. So reach out to me about that. Uh, let's see, custom chat, custom GPT. Let me just mention, let me open up another tab here. And let me share my screen again. For people that maybe they're still struggling with trying to figure out what is all this AI stuff and chat GPT and custom GPTs, I have several GPTs over here to the left. I think you can see this. So how does this work exactly? So here's one that I've created. It's called the Pain Point Pathfinder. So a custom GPT, what it does is you're preloading all of the prompts and the questions. So if there's something that you help your clients do, or even for yourself, but it takes you a while to kind of get to the end point, or maybe you don't know exactly what questions to ask to get it to generate. A custom GPT kind of does all that work in the background, and it just prompts you and keeps moving forward. Okay. And they always usually start with some kind of a what I call a STEM question, or you can just start down here. So in this particular, so you start backwards and you work forward, I guess. So the end result is, what do you want this custom GPT to do? In this instance, when I work with clients, probably one of the hardest things is to actually identify what is the pain point that my ideal people are struggling with. And let me come back here for a second. When I say pain point, what can I point at that is the solution? Okay, so I don't know. I'm not a relationship coach, but maybe the pizzazz has gone out of your relationship. You just want to be happy. Well, that's great, but you can't really point to happy. I mean, you can, but how would you define that? So, if you were a relationship coach, then okay, the end result is figure out what is the one the one finger pointing tangible thing. So if you're struggling in a relationship, you say you want to be happy. What you really want is to be able to make it throughout the day without arguing over petty things. You want to be able, you want to feel heard and seen, whatever. They could be defined even better. Okay, so that's the end result. What are the pain indicators? And that's what this does, because a lot of times we talk about identify that bleeding neck problem, but it's hard to articulate what is that really. And so that's what this little GPT does. It walks you through. So it helps you turn those pain points into the messaging. And then it says, just tell me a bit about your ideal client and share one surface level problem, and I'll walk you through the rest. So let me just put in here, my clients feel invisible. No one knows how they help their clients. Okay, so in this instance, some of my clients, basically it's a marketing issue. Okay, so here is saying, okay, so let's turn this biggest problem into something emotionally charged messaging. So it sounds like your clients are struggling with a lack of visibility and recognition. They're doing good work, but no one really sees them or understands their value. That solid surface level to start with. So here's where the magic starts. Let's dig a bit deeper so we can shape this into something. And then it goes on and it's asking me more questions, fill that out. It'll ask me more questions, fill that out. And at the end, it will come back. Oh, I think I'm not even sharing the screen. Sorry about that. So it will come back. So it will ask me these questions, and then it will come back and at the very, very end, again, what we're digging into is, in this instance, I created this custom GPT to help my clients really nail what the pain points are for their ideal clients. Okay. So kind of went down a little tangent there, just a minute, but I think you see the point that the custom GPTs streamline, if we can say that overused word, to help them get to a certain point. So the workshop that I'm having, it's this Thursday, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. What we're going to be doing is live, actually creating your custom GPT. And guess what? It is going to replace your lead magnets. It's going to bring people in like crazy because you're going to be offering something that's so useful and that they can actually use it. Jump in and start using it. They don't have to learn a bunch of stuff. They just answer those questions and then the result is right there. So if you would like to learn how to create these custom GPTs, then make sure that you sign up for the class. It's only $20. For my Digital Business Academy members, it's free. It's part of the membership. We're always doing these live workshops together. So that would be great if you could join us there. Okay, so I think I'm at the end of my list. If you happen to watch this on replay, let me know below that you watched it. What are you working on this week? Let me know one goal that you want to hit, and I'll reach back and give you a little accountability nudge there to let's make it happen. All right. Let's have a great Monday, a great week, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Take care.